Hey, welcome to Tech Uncensored. My name's Nick and this is Tech News. First up, we're going to talk about GetPocket. It was acquired by Mozilla and they got 10 million viewers along with that. Pretty crazy to see that happen. I don't know. GetPocket is an app that basically just lets you view your articles later and you can view them offline and shit and you can grab them from any device. Pretty cool app. I don't use it, but it was big news today, so I thought I'd throw it up there. Alright, next we got cloud pets being not only hacked, not only grabbing their databases and being ransomed, but yes, because it was MongoDB databases with no type of encryption or passwords on them. The article, which I'll have the description down below, actually states that these guys didn't even try to password protect their public MongoDB databases, which, as a company as big as that, it's crazy to read the story. You gotta read this one. It's amazing what I just dug up out of that. So basically, Cloud Pets was one of those devices where you give to your kid and they plug in a message and they send it to you over the web, and you receive it, from your kid if you're on business or, in the military or something like that. I mean, millions of uses for it. Well, hackers found a way to not only, make money off that, but there was somebody who, I can't credit his name right now, I'll put in the link if I remember, but read this article. A guy actually got a hold of him 3 times, and they didn't even respond to him telling him how easy it was to get into their database and how open it was, and these idiots just took no action, did nothing, and I found that pretty just fucking hilarious. So yeah, Cloud Pets for the win. Their stock is at like a half a penny now or something crazy, and they went down in the slumbers because they had a hit product and didn't want to secure it online. What kind of web developers are we hiring out here? Like, secure your app. Like, oh my gosh, like, me and Paul got to get on here and do a story about web security and stuff, and I swear these companies don't, they don't test their apps, they don't know how to secure their apps, they just want to push it out there. They either are hiring the wrong developers or they are pushing it out themselves with little or no law. Like, hire a professional. I keep hearing that, we're in such an incline that it's so easy to get a job out here and we have so many developers. Well, how the hell do you let that happen? Like, are you hiring or what? If you need a course on how to secure your, give Tech Uncensored a call. Alright, in other news, we got Boston Dynamics, which I thought got bought out or something, or I forget what happened. I have to do some research on that. But Boston Dynamics has a new 6-foot tall friggin' kick-ass robot that they have a YouTube video, which I'll have the link in below. This robot can lift 100 pounds and do crazy shit, and probably the exact opposite of what their last robot that was a big deal last year. I don't ever remember that they had the guy following it in the video, kind of using a remote control, but they tried to make it all look like it was, on its own. Cool robot. I thought it was cool news. I love robotics. I don't fuck with them at all, but I love just seeing where our future's heading, and I think you should check out the video, and that's why it's on here. So, Boston Dynamics, thing's name is Handle, and them smart-ass guys, engineers, just killing it taking names, and I can't wait to see where this goes next. I'd pay attention to it. This news is awesome. If you remember their last robot, he was, I don't know, it was pretty cool. It moved and walked and stuff. This thing's just light years ahead. It's pretty cool. And the last news for the night is, I didn't really want to bring this up, but I thought it was kind of cool. AMD's Ryzen chip. If you haven't been paying attention, it is killing it. It's supposed to be compatible with a lot more motherboards and stuff. It's supposed to crush performance on Intel for the price. A lot of people aren't AMD fans out there, and I think they're going to change their mind because of this chipset. But because of this, Intel, if you've been looking for a new Intel chip, you might as well start looking now, because right now they are selling they're slashing prices on these things, and I think it's amazing to watch, because Intel wants to go out there and say every time they upgrade their new chipsets and stuff, you're gonna have to buy a new motherboard, and they just have all this excess components just to even rock with Intel in the future, and I think it's fucking bullshit the way they are building their stuff. You think you shouldn't have to keep upgrading your whole fucking system just to buy, a better component for your computer. That's the way I feel about it. I could be wrong, whatever. but apparently people are taking note because this AMD Ryzen is going to be a lot more compatible and just kill the price, kill the they have. I know they did a bunch of benchmarks, even though it's still new on the market, but it's been crushing a lot of the performances of the Intel chips. And I don't do benchmarks on the show. Don't care. Don't have the sponsors or the price to do it. But it's definitely something to look at. And if you're in the mode, remember that whatever fucking make sure your motherboard is compatible with your chipsets. But current ones that are out now, you can definitely check. I'm not going to leave links in this description below because I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm just saying do some Google searches. You'll find some cheap ass fucking Intel chipsets right now. Um, that being said, I'd check out the Ryzen, read up on the performance and the price set. AMD is really going to be killing it with this. It's something definitely to watch out for, and I thought I'd mention it. For you Intel guys out there, I'm sure you've been watching how they've been saying they're going to be, all right, I know you Intel guys have been really, you guys are sacred to this. So if anything, if you guys are watching this, tell me what you think. Do you think it's worth buying a new motherboard every time you want to upgrade your chipset, or is it like, I don't know, do you think it's as crazy as I do that they're going to only make them compatible for certain boards and you're going to have to keep upgrading to stay up to date with their models? AMD, I think they got a golden sweet spot here, and I think a lot of people should take advantage of it too before stuff gets back to norm because you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck. With that being said, we'll have developer news out shortly, and until then, my name's Nick. Stay coding.